More bad news for Lil Durk. These recent updates in his murder for hire case aren't going how he expected them to go. Durk was under the assumption that the federal government has a desire for the truth. He was under the assumption if I show them I'm innocent, if I show them proof that the things that they used to indict me they were wrong about, they would dismiss my case, let me go, or at the very least, they will certainly give me a bond as I fight this case from the outside and wait for them to figure out how they were completely wrong about a lot of this. Today, Lil Durk has finally came to the conclusion that the feds ain't going out like that, bruh, and that justice may be the furthest thing from the feds' mind. They want you in jail, bro, and they're gonna get you in jail regardless of how they're gonna do it, right? And they have to break a couple laws, violate your freedom, violate your constitutional rights to do so. They're gonna do so, bro. It's the feds. They can do whatever they want. In a response to learning the feds ain't really interested in justice, Lil Durk will post a video, which is a call to action, where he's calling out the feds for violating his constitutional right and asking for the fans to support him in these trying times. Lil Durk will claim the feds provided false information to a grand jury to indict him. He believes this not only violates his rights, but it violates the justice system. Durk will also claim that his music is what he used to express his pain and it shouldn't be used against him. And he will also say that he won't stay silent and he's fighting for black artists and their creativity, while also asking for the public to stand by him and for the culture to stand by him as he fights this. Ends it with Free Durk. One of my pet peeves is when one of these rappers get locked up and jammed up for, let's say, a murder, and the feds are using their lyrics. The fact that they're trying to co-opt this into a movement for the culture, I hate it. It's not a movement for the culture. The majority of people in the culture don't do crimes and don't kill people for sure, for sure. And if we're talking about this is what an attack on black creativity, no, it's not, bruh. People like Corday, J. Cole, Kendrick, who else, bro? Even Drake. Well, no, Drake is a different story, but there's a lot of rappers out here. Well, the majority of rappers out here who don't rap about killing people. So why exactly are we grouping the struggles of criminals into the struggles of hip hop? This is not a hip hop thing, right? If you don't want your lyrics to be used against you, don't kill people. And I'm not talking about Lil Durk. I'm talking about in general. Don't kill people and then put it on a rap song. Don't commit crimes and then put it on a rap song. Don't rap about something preemptively and then go ahead and do it. That's how you avoid your lyrics being used against you. The feds used a lot of Lil Durk lyrics and referenced a lot of his songs to indict him. Now, it's unclear if the feds didn't have a resident hip hop head within their department, but they made a lot of mistakes. Some mistakes that can't be forgiven. And Lil Durk believed that these mistakes are big enough to where his case should be dismissed, or at least he should get bond. And these mistakes were the focal point at Lil Durk's recent bond request. The actual bond package, in terms of the money that's being put up, the properties that's being put up, the house arrest conditions, nothing has changed. It's the exact same bond package that got denied the first time. Durk is just saying new information has came out to show the feds made a lot of mistakes and I shouldn't have even been indicted in the first place. So this right here shows that I should be granted bond as y'all figure out these errors. So Lil Durk is back in court. Now, one of the first mistakes that Lil Durk and his team is pointing out, they're pointing out the fact the feds have been referencing, or they played a snippet in front of the grand jury to indict Lil Durk. And the snippet they played is the snippet going around where Lil Durk is rapping. And then in the rap, you hear Quando Rondo screaming, no, no. Now, when Quando Rondo was screaming, no, no, that was actually Quando Rondo screaming no at the crime scene, at the murder they're claiming that Lil Durk is responsible for.
Tell me they got an addy, go, got location, go.
The feds claim Lil Durk is rapping about the actual murder and detailing how it happened. We got the location, I told them go. We got the addy, I told them go. And when he told them go, they went on a move to get Quando Rondo.
Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no. And
the feds played this in front of the grand jury and said, come on. Bro, he confessed. Give us an indictment. So the grand jury gave him an indictment. But here's the thing. The snippet that they are referencing and they played where they claim that Lil Durk put audio of Quando Rondo screaming no, no at the crime scene. Well, that audio was fan edited. That was not a part of the song. Lil Durk didn't put Quandarono's voice in the song. When you heard no, no, that was a fan edit that the fans used in front of a grand jury to indict Lil Durk. And Dirk is saying, this is a huge mistake. This is not something that can be ignored. I need to be let go. The feds, in response, told Lil Durk, man, cut the effery, bro. The feds is like, listen, bro. Defendant now seeks reconsideration of that order, which is to keep him in detention. But defendant's application fails to address any facts the court relied on when it made its flight risk and danger findings, and fails to present information that was not known to defendant at the time of the hearing and that has a material hearing on his dangerousness and flight. Instead, he offers essentially the same bond package the court already rejected and seeks to relitigate a material issue about when certain of his violent rap lyrics were written. Indeed, the crux of defendant's application is that he did write lyrics about greenlighting someone's murder, just that it wasn't this murder. The feds play a dirty game, man. All of a sudden, the very same material they used to indict him is no longer relevant enough. Judge, yeah, we may have gotten some details wrong, but he's still a flight risk and he's still a danger to society. And this is what you should use to not grant him any bond, not this other stuff he's trying to like muddy up the water with. Judge, he still wrote the lyrics about greenlighting somebody's murder. He's just saying it's not for this murder. This still proves he's a danger to society. He's greenlighting murders. The feds play a dirty game, bro. This is what they do, yo. Right? They'll put a lot of stuff in here hoping you don't catch it, but when you do catch it, they downplay it and say, bro, we can just correct the judge or do a cross examination on it. This is some dirty stuff. Now, they're saying, listen, Your Honor, it's the exact same bond package. How can you reconsider this when you already rejected it? I mean, now during the first bond hearing, they are right when they say, bruh, a lot of things that he's bringing up right now, he already brought it up in the first bond hearing. Yeah, true, but Durk and them was not aware that the fan edit was played to the grand jury. They were aware of though. The fans was trying to use rap lyrics that were written before Quandarono's murder to say that Durk wrote this after the murder.
Lil Durk was denied a bond today in California federal court, murder for hire charge, where he's facing life in prison. Trial is scheduled to start in January. It went a lot better than that sounds. His attorney, Drew Finling, did a tremendous job diffusing several of the arguments that were making Durk look crazy. The government has these rap lyrics that they cite in the indictment, and they say, look, he's bragging about how Quando Rondo was on the news yelling, no, no. Drew Finling came in, and the government got a little shook up when he hit him with this. He hit him with a declaration from the music producer that said that that song was recorded months before that news story of Quando Rondo saying no, no ever happened. And so there's timestamps in this declaration from this producer showing the night those lyrics were recorded, way before Quando was ever saying no, no. The government was reeling when that broke in court.
The feds will claim that Lil Durk filed a motion to dismiss the FSI based on false and or misleading grand jury evidence related to the paragraph 6. Professor will claim that this motion lacks merit and it would be addressed. And they would also say that the consistency and timing of the lyrics has some relevance according to the court, but it's marginal, citing that the timing of defendant's lyrics and whether or not he commercialized his violence through rap, which they believe he did, has little to no bearing on the detention analysis before the court. The issue here is a narrow one, according to them. Has defendant presented new information not known to him in December 2024 that has material bearing on whether he should be detained pending trial? They claim the answer is no. This is so messed up. The fact that they can outright admit, yeah, we lied to get a grand jury indictment. We brought lyrics and we brought songs and we brought edits. That yeah, we were wrong about it, but still, even though we use this to get the indictment, there's still a bunch of other stuff we got, Judge. This should not be, what you used to throw this case out, bro. We could just change it and edit it. These folks did Lil Durk so bad, bro, that they ain't just played the audio that was edited. They played the exact video I just showed y'all where the fan edited Quando Rondo screaming on the screen. They showed that to the grand jury, claiming that this was the original Lil Durk video. So again, according to them, videos which overlaid the news clips of SR's death on top of defendant's songs, including lyrics about greenlighting a murder, were made by defendant's fans, some of which have millions of views, not defended. But They just gloss over that. Like, yeah, okay, bro, we admit Lil Durk ain't do it. His fans did it. But still. But defendants' claim about the timing of his rap lyrics and the fan-made videos is neither new, nor does it have a material hearing on the court's detention analysis. Tellingly, defendant's application does not even reference the court's analysis on him being a danger to society or him being a flight risk. It does not explain how defendant lyrics or fan-made videos undermine the inference that defendant who has a considerable resources attempted to leave the United States upon learning of the arrest of his co-conspirators. The thing with that is Lil Durk attempted to leave the United States, but he didn't book multiple flights. And Lil Durk was not aware that there was a warrant out for his arrest. Y'all arrested the co-conspirators, and y'all was hoping that y'all will be able to have time at least another 2, 3, 4, 5 months to really pin this case on Lil Durk. But when y'all realized he was trying to leave the country, that's when y'all put an emergency warrant out to get him. So there was not like a warrant out for his arrest before he was trying to leave the country. So what did he do wrong? Right? Like, how is there evidence that Lil Durk is going to flee when Lil Durk had every right to leave the country? He had every right to hop on plane and go if there was no warrant out for his arrest. Y'all found out there was a warrant, or no, y'all got the warrant after y'all found out that he bought an international plane ticket. So I don't understand that. Now, these people is so janky, right? That they're not bringing out the big guns. They're saying, okay, judge, the lyrics were foul, we were wrong. But now they're saying that Lil Durk allegedly put hits on other people. Now, and here's what is really scummy about this. Lil Durk has not been charged for putting hits on other people. Lil Durk has not been officially charged. There's not an official investigation that we know of, but they're telling the judge Lil Durk is believed to have hits out on other people, or have put hits out on other people specifically in relation to his brother D Thing's murder. So if we let Lil Durk out now, what's to say that this man who's been putting hits out on people won't just get the witnesses clapped? They will say the court also relied on evidence that this was not defendant's first murder for hire plot, noting that which is, by the way, it's a sealed thing, so we don't know what is going on. Looks like Lil Durk may have some more trouble going on if they're referencing uh like more murder for hire plots in his brother's murder or revenge for his brother, and they're sealed currently. So they go in a separate matter in Chicago. Defendant is alleged to have engaged in similar conduct. That is, he offered money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any gangster disciple that is killed. As a result, the court found that the material proffered by the government supports the conclusion that the defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. They're saying that, yeah, Lil Durk got us on the lyrics, but Lil Durk has not addressed any of the other things in terms of he's a danger to society, he's a flight risk, etc., etc. I'm sure Drew Flinlin is like the greatest lawyer in like American history. I'm sure he's going to address it, but right now I feel like he's just sticking to the point of this case should be dismissed. They presented information to the grand jury that was completely false. They tainted the grand jury. This case should, one, at the very least, have a mistrial, two, dismiss with prejudice, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Y'all think Lil Durk is getting the short end of the stick, man? Let me know, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here on my screen to find out how this rapper came on No Jumper and self-incriminated and snitched on himself days after being released from prison. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever watched. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.